Henry Cejudo, Triple C, bails on his initial retirement plans. He said if he were to lose to Merab, if you remember, he's going to retire. But he came out on his YouTube channel and he said, I quote, "I cannot go out like that. So I'm here today, ladies and gentlemen, taking my word back as a man, confronting you guys, you the people, you my fans, you my family, you my friends, even my haters, that I just cannot go out like this." I agree. Guys, to say the least, it's far from over for Triple C. Let's go. I'm so happy to hear this. Some of you may be thinking, but Henry Cejudo, you're old and you'll probably end up going on a losing streak, or he's already on a losing streak, but you'll probably end up on a longer losing streak if you stick around. But I like this from Cejudo. Like, personally, I would like to see him at least go out on a win before he retires. And I like what he said in that video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out on his YouTube channel. He said he is not focusing on gold right now. That was the goal last time, but he's far from it now. But he said he's focused on getting in that win column, which that's the smartest thing he's ever said. Right now, he's on a 2-fight loss streak. The goal is just to get a win, and we'll see what happens from there. And I think what should be next for Cejudo is the winner of Peter Yan versus Song Yadong, especially if Peter Yan does beat Song Yadong. I think that's the perfect fight to make because, honestly, Yan versus Cejudo is a fight that was like a fantasy matchup of mine since 2019. That was a dream fight I've always wanted. I thought, man, that's probably the fight that got away because Yan will probably lose to Song and get cut, and Henry's about to retire. But who knows? There's a chance Yan might beat Song, stick around, and Henry will be right here on the roster for him to fight, and we get to see that fight. You know, perfect fight to make. Both these guys have been atop the bantamweight division for a very long time. It's about time these two fight each other. But if Song wins, I think Song is a good fight for him as well. I mean, it's a dangerous fight because Yadong is a big puncher. But I think Henry could beat Song Yadong. And he could beat Peter Yan too. Because here's the thing about Henry Cejudo. The reason why he's been struggling so much in his last 2 fights, partially I do believe Aljo was a bit of ring rust and he's not fully in his prime anymore. Merab, it's just Merab's time. A big part of him struggling and losing is because he's been facing these grapplers, wrestlers, and I think Cejudo has a tough time, as we've discovered, against guys who can wrestle, guys who can grapple with him. You know, I mean, Dominic Cruz had the wrestling, but he's primarily a striker with a wrestling background. But Aljamain Sterling is a dedicated grappler who can take down anyone at will, has great top control, and same thing with Merab Dvalishvili. But if he fights a Peter Yan, he's got to worry about the striking, and he can dictate the fight with his own wrestling against Yan. Same thing against Song Yadong. Or maybe he could fight Chito Vera. They could reschedule that fight, you know, if Vera loses to O'Malley, or if O'Malley loses, they can do O'Malley Cejudo. Plenty of options. Honestly, I think the easiest fight, though, in the division for Cejudo would be Rob Font or Chito Vera, because neither of them boys can wrestle, especially Rob Font. I mean, he got dominated with the wrestling against Corey Sandhagen. Imagine what Henry Cejudo would do. And I've always said that Henry would definitely beat Chito Vera. When that fight was booked and when it got canceled, I'm like, man, it's unfortunate. Cejudo definitely would have got that one done. But I'm glad Cejudo's going to stick around. Do I think he's going to be champion again? I don't. But with the right matchup, I think he can get back in the win column. At least, you know. I just don't see him being a title contender or a threat to the title, as sad as it is to say. But also, I think another reason why Cejudo could be sticking around is because also not only is he on a 2-fight loss streak and he doesn't want to go on a loss, he got paid less than Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Lemos, 2 WMMA fighters. That's kind of insulting. So money could also be a factor, but I'm fired up hearing this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and peace out.